Well, I think I can use or make both sides out of this same piece, just to avoid cutting up too many of these. So I think I'm going to line up this here and figure, okay, we need to at least trim off this ear. So just since we're kind of roughing things in, we'll go ahead and just kind of chaw into them. In fact, yeah, I was just momentary concerned about this little screw boss, but I'm not too concerned because even plan on using this piece here to butt up against this to help kind of, since this is, we know this is a straight edge and this is perpendicular to it, we should be able to line this up here, and this should line up here and make sure that this goofy little line is going to be parallel with everybody else too. So we're going to make sure we don't try to not remove any material here, just everything else up to it. So just start clipping. So we're going to take a look and say, okay, that's there. That means this line is going to be about there, and it's going to be about, right about there. So, and I think while we're at it, just so we're not dealing with this whole wing hanging off the back, it's going to put that there, give us a little room to work, and say, let's that way that gives us enough room to overlap into there, but enough that we should be able to open it up and start kind of fitting from the backside. That being said, so let's see how this fits with everybody else. This is where we make sure things still look cool as we thought they did in our head. So that will kind of go in like that, more or less, and I think that's good enough for me. There again, I got some built-up Devcon in there that's going to interfere with some of the fits. I'm just going to get in and just kind of clean up some of our edges. Okay, we got a little bit of this grip. I don't know if you can see, you can kind of see where this kind of curves in a little bit. I'm going to try to get in and just clean up, straighten this up a little bit, so hopefully we can just tuck this guy in right next to and not have any problems. This piece has a bit of a kind of a lip that rolls over here that is kind of conflicting with this kind of raised, not raised, but not recessed, obviously, portion. So I'm thinking about knocking off of that, since once it's all molded in place, it'll just, we won't be able to like utilize that shape at all, so we might as well trim it off and make it easier on us. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's, that's not too far off. A little bit of a gap in the bottom there, but we can gorp that if we need to. So, so let's see, where's our other filler? Yeah, I think I can work with that. What do you guys think? I think that's, I've got no problems with that. Yeah, I can work with that. Well, I think we can get ready to start gluing that. Yeah, I think I want to make sure I get the paint off of this, since the Devcon doesn't like to stick to paint, which you may see around the grip here, there's some really bad paint sprayed on it at one point. Not by me. And the Devcon is a pretty hot chemical and tends to bake the paint off, which is okay in this instance because I'm going to sand that off anyway, because the stuff I'm worried about is the actual joint itself. Well, this here is going to be right in that joint area, so I'm going to go ahead while I'm here and try to get as much of that off as possible, just so it doesn't cause us problems later. Okay, and yeah, that's just roughed in, but that makes a pretty big difference in the overall look of things. Okay, that's cool off enough. I think we can start sticking a little Devcon in there to get things kind of stuck into place for keeps. Okay, looking at filling this little piece as well. I cut a chunk in there, but it's not quite. I mean, it's the difference in depth is more than just the width of the blaster shell. So, since there's no real way to support it, I think what I'm going to do is, because I have my straight edge, and I thought, well, if I can put it in there and then like hold it up, well, I realized why not just take and lay this piece on the table, put a dab of hot glue on it, stick this piece on it flat, and then I can just come over here and lay the straight edge on this nice big flat piece here, and that should perfectly align this little patch with at least this part. I'm not so sure about this, but it'll be easy to fix that such a small area if we need to, since we're going to be doing quite a bit of sanding and filling in this kind of awkward space. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is stick it to my straight edge, apply the straight edge, and then Devcon it in place that way. Because that should, technically, as long as the piece is you know, straight on with the straight edge, and the straight edge is straight with this piece, then it should put this piece straight as well. Okay, now let's get some of that hot glue out of the way. Now, in the past, I'd just been, you know, grabbing the pieces of hot glue and twisting them off, but Hawkeye 007, a while back, put a little video up on his channel that using rubbing alcohol on hot glue will release the hot glue, so it'll just come off super easy. So, we're going to do that because it makes a wonderful difference. Okay, these patches are officially in place. Just a little more finish work and fill the rest of the little holes, and we can move on. Okay, well that all sets up. We'll flip it over. Do the same thing again. Let's see, we get this guy and this guy. And I can get this guy again.